Welcome to Cruising with Bean. In this adventure, we go to Aruba and participate in the Hidden Gems tour. Now, if you notice, as we pull out, the beauty of the landscape in Aruba is just amazing. You have these nice palm trees right by the port, the beautiful waters, and the pristine landscaping that is throughout the island, to be honest. I noticed as we were taking our bus tour to our first destination, just how beautiful everything was with the mangrove fields right up to the edge of the water, with the water just being beautifully blue, and the roads were extremely well kept. If you notice along here, there's a bike path as well, where we saw people running and we saw some people biking. And that takes us to our first destination. So our first destination was this place called Plaza Turismo, which was dedicated by the King of Holland in 2010. There's placards around the area dedicated to those that helped get Aruba to a high point of tourism and that really helped their economy get better and better. Of course, we have to get a picture by Aruba. And then just notice this pristine beach right here with beautiful white sands. And of course, we have to take the obligatory picture. So again, just another shot around the beachfront. And we hopped back on the bus, and as we drove to our next destination, we noticed the neighborhoods and just how well kept everything was, how clean everything looked, and how the people really took pride not only in their homes, but as well in their landscaping around their homes. There wasn't a whole lot of traffic, even though we were not too far from the port, but it was a very nice trip, very nice trip. You'll notice in the background here some of the oil refineries. Most of the 20th century, what drove the economy in Aruba was oil refineries. They're all abandoned now. The last one closed down in 2019, right before COVID hit. But you can also tell the landscape now starting to change a little bit. From those beautiful mangrove trees and the palm trees before that, I still see a little bit of palm trees now and again. But all of a sudden you're gonna notice cacti start to appear. And that just goes to show the difference in the different sides of the island. And if you notice just the arid places. So our second stop was at the Grotto of Lourdes. And it was just, our bus pulled off to the side of the road, you can see there. And then we started to climb up the steps to this grotto. Got a nice look inside, but this grotto was just built by the people of Aruba and dedicated to Lourdes. So as we get to the top here, try to get a decent camera view inside at the altar. It wasn't that great. They do have services here, obviously not having a service at this time. But now you can really start to notice all the cacti around and literally how this was just in between two hillsides where this grotto was. So we got back on the bus and we headed towards their national park. Notice again how it becomes drier and drier, more arid. We have cacti. As we're getting ready to enter and now entering into the national park, they have a wind farm in the national park. They also have just all this open fields. The only active participants in the national park is their Marine Corps actually does training in the national park. And sometimes even when you're on a tour, you can see the Marine Corps out doing different training exercises. So our next stop on the tour was to go to, I believe I'm pronouncing this right, it's this area called Kadakari Cave. You can see it on the bottom there. I can't say it. There you go though. But this was a cave into the side of a hill for tourists. And as we entered into the cave, it was extremely hot and humid. Extremely hot and humid in the cave. Our tour guide was great. He got us in, made sure that we took our cell phones out and we turned the flashlights in, turned the flashlights on because it was going to start getting quite dark quickly, even though you'll see there are a few spots where light comes through. So we started on our tour through the cave and got dark very quick, but we noticed the light at the end there. And then all of a sudden, if you look closely here, there's some bats that come flying through. Yes, there were bats active in the cave as we were walking through it. So you made sure that you didn't turn your face up towards the ceiling. I think no explanation is necessary. We came into this first region right here with the light and found that these holes in the ceiling were actually formed by water. The ocean used to be up so high that it would force its way through those blowholes, basically. Currently, the national park is on the northwestern side of the island, where it's technically below sea level, but the water is actually a little bit lower on the northeast side of the island. As we head through, we make our way to our next kind of open air space here, and then notice the heart right above my wife and I as we got that beautiful picture in that area. Then we continued to go around. Those red markings on the ceiling that you notice are ancient markings by people. I think that was supposed to be a scorpion of some sort. That might be like a duck or something. And if you notice closely here, we have a giant centipede on the wall, if you can see it. There were a couple of giant centipedes that we saw on this tour. Definitely kind of a little bit nerve-wracking. We then headed to our final stop on the tour, which was this beach relatively close to the cave. It was just very picturesque and very nice. Nice breeze coming off. You can see the water rushing in, a lot of white water. And of course that gives my wife and I a perfect opportunity to get one more of those pictures. Thank you for watching Cruising with Bean. Please continue to like and subscribe if you would like to continue to watch these videos. Thanks.